What?
Betty. Where's my link?
All right.
Oh my god.
Let's get this party started. Who we got up in there?
Where's my link?
We got Brett Johns. We got G Lo.
Charlie?
We got Mel.
Charlie.
Stephanie C. Leon.
I'm looking for this guy. His name is Julian. He goes by Juju. He's new to the group. I want to say hi to him.
What about Julian?
Yeah,
Julian's right there.
Oh, no, this is a different Julian.
This is a different Julian?
Yeah.
Julian, what? Wait, Julian has headphones on and
Where is
stuff.
he?
What's going on?
Oh my god, Julian's
my
out of the
man?
bed.
Oh, my God. Is he at a desk?
This is
He's out of the bed.
Wow.
absolutely amazing.
I think he's dressed.
You know what's funny? He doesn't have pants on.
No, he doesn't for sure.
No, he's-
No, you're
he's
right.
in
He's
it.
just top. He's top heavy.
I think
that's
he
all.
might be in it, like his skibbies. Skibbies?
He's,
Skibbies?
he's probably wearing
Does he
white.
wear boxers?
No,
or
no, no.
briefs?
Tighty whities. Tighty whities for sure. What? Close your eyes. Imagine. Hi, everybody.
Look at that person doing squats. Oh, who was that? That's so funny. The person doing squats popped in from nowhere. Kimberly F. 52420. I thought she was up on a mountain doing squats right now, and then she popped in from outside. How about Victor? Victor's just always like chilling. I don't know. Is Victor on his bed or what?
Giovanni looks like a killer. Look at him right there. Look at the face. Look at he's just hardcore right there. Look at him. Look at him. Oh yeah. Let's smile. There you go, baby.
Oh man,
There you go.
what's his name? Giovanni.
Giovanni.
That my daughter's name is Giovanna.
Yeah.
Giovanni
Oh my
though,
God,
man.
guys.
Like if
You know Frankie DeLucci Giovanni or what?
bro, if you don't smile, you look like you're gonna beat somebody's ass.
That's what I
bro.
just said. I like it. I like
Like,
it. Yeah.
But when he smiles, a whole different guy.
whole different
pops
person.
out.
Yeah, I agree. God is in his eyes.
Yeah.
Then we have Renee Callie. Look at that fancy design. Is that the sun or something? Hi, Renee. Look at how fancy she got with her name. She got a little hyphen on there and the Callie O. I'm assuming that's the sun or something, or the moon.
I need a massage. My neck is like.
And then we got all these other people.
We got Natalie complaining that her
Yeah,
neck is
it's like-
sore. Everyone's in a great mood except for
I
Natalie,
was-
and
I
she's
didn't think-
full and satisfied.
No.
And look at this guy laying on the clouds.
Yeah.
Najist. He's just chilling
Yeah, look at these.
up on the clouds, up next to Jesus'
Yeah.
cross. That's cool.
That is cool.
We wanted to, if you guys could do a
Is
real
this guy in the hospital right here? Joey Bali? No. Okay, sorry. Looked like that might have been a hospital gown you're wearing there, buddy.
What about the lady that was in jail last night?
Stand up.
That was crazy.
She had like the
Yeah, the orange
jumpsuit on.
You said, hey.
No, she didn't. It was like a nice blouse and that you can mistook.
Mistook.
Mistaken.
Guys, do you think that Natalie and I look like we could be brother and sister? Because
Why don't I just logged
Shane is saying no, and I'm saying yes.
Oh, Katie said yes. I'm in the chat, y'all.
Nice.
Enter the chat. I'm back in the game. Back. Huh? I know. I want to do. Ooh, Matt said yes too. Whoa.
See?
Really?
We got more yeses than no.
We're not even
I
the
think
same
I-
ethnicity.
What? Yeah, we're
That's
both
what you-
Italian.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway, we have an amazing speaker tonight. Shane, what's her name?
Mariah, she's on fire.
Mariah on fire.
So.
Guys, really quick.
Mariah's holding her tummy. She might have a little stomachache. We're not sure.
Shane,
Might have a
I'm
little-
you're
nervous.
So, yeah.
Nervous.
And that's like the worst
I'm
way.
just saying. I want everyone to make her feel comfortable. We love her.
You know what's great?
And God
about-
got you. He
What's-
got you this far. He ain't gonna let you go.
Oh.
What's great about this group is that most of the people on this screen are nervous to talk. And Shane, move your mic.
Sorry.
Shane's still eating tacos. For a guy who wasn't hungry when I called for tacos, he's eaten 6. Anyways, bring it back to the meeting. The reason why the Hopeaholics podcast exists is that on 9/11 of 2022, I lost my son-in-law to fentanyl. My daughter, she was 21 at the time. She found him dead in his bed. And through every tragedy, we can find triumph, right? we can find goodness. And the goodness is that the Hopeaholics podcast exists, and I wouldn't know most of you guys if this tragedy wouldn't have happened.
Amen.
I would truly only know Shane because he's the only person that I knew prior to 9/11 of 2022. And Shane was on his last legs working here at my facility.
Yeah, I was on the way out the door.
He was, as a matter of fact, I think you were already out the door.
You called me from home. I was on the couch.
Yeah.
On the couch. We're going to do a podcast. I go, okay.
Yep. And here we are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, and the truth is that, you know, my daughter is sober today as well. She's just took 8 months. And
She's at a panel tonight,
and-
doing her first panel, which is huge. Shout out to Aurora. Get it, girl.
Yep. She's out doing a 12-step panel. And that's some pretty dope shit.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's just a testament of look what can happen if you surrender.
Yeah.
Amazingness.
Mariah, are you ready? How are you feeling?
A little bit better.
A little bit better?
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Deep breaths.
Deep breaths.
Don't
but I'm ready.
Don't forget to breathe. Just like relax. Say a little prayer right now while I'm still talking, and say, "Hey God, you speak through me."
Let the Holy Spirit come through that body.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
Amen. Well, guys, let's give it up for Mariah.
Yes, Mariah.
Well, hi, I'm Mariah. I'm an addict. I've got a recovery date of November 3rd of 2021. And yeah, never expected that I would get myself clean. I was an opiate addict, and well before I found drugs, it was definitely just some addiction form or another. I went through an eating disorder. I went through cutting. I went through just insane self-harm, just ultimately because I never liked myself. And I think that started very early. I was adopted at a very young age. The circumstances around my adoption were a little dark and a little scary, and my sister and I were kind of put into a foster home, and we saw the two kids that we were there with. They ended up getting adopted by the foster family, and it was like that second initial, like, I'm not good enough, I wasn't wanted. And then thankfully my sister and I, we stay together and we get adopted by a family, and I'm super thankful. I have always had two parents in my household. Our family issues were a lot more hidden. Mom was very narcissistic and just really perfectionist, and my dad just was desperately trying to keep a handle on everything. So that was like my life, and my sister was so angry. I remember her being so mad in my young days, and my mom just didn't understand why like we weren't just grateful to be there. And it caused a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, and ultimately just it took my sister out of the house first, and then I found like my way of escaping, and ultimately that was through drugs. Drugs were the hug that I never got through mommy and daddy, so to speak. And for a long time I loved it, and obviously, you know, you stay in the lifestyle for long enough, like it stops getting fun, and then you start getting dependent. And put myself in a bunch of dangerous situations, put myself in a bunch of like super awful relationships, because something I've found out in my recovery is that I am addicted to being treated horribly. And I think it's just because I need to validate that negative self-voice that I had in my head for so many years. And that followed through into my recovery as well. Like my first relationship I got into out of my, like in recovery, it was, you know, with someone who was super abusive. Like, because again, like just because the drugs and alcohol are gone didn't mean that like that voice had changed. And just because I was starting to fix my life didn't mean that like my life had gotten better yet. And so yeah, like that was definitely like an eye-opening experience once I finally got out of it. So to kind of backtrack a little bit, I have been through 22 programs. I know. Thankfully, this last one, I went through sheer of 2021, and it stuck. I just beaten my life down so much that I was so desperate to get clean. And a lot of the times, like, I would go to treatment over and over and over again, and it wasn't really to, like, get clean. It was more like a tolerance break, more like I needed somewhere to stay. Mom and dad's were no longer an option, and I knew I was going to be safe. I wasn't going to hurt myself. I wasn't going to hurt somebody else. And I was going to have a bed for maybe 30 days. And then those stays got shorter and shorter. Those AMAs got more and more. And then I just like ran my insurance through. So, you know, like no one wanted me around. And, you know, I had to kind of scramble towards the end. But what really brought me to like my hands and knees, so to speak, was in August of 2021, on my daughter's birthday, I ended up in a DUI accident. Like, no idea how I got there. I like cannot remember the circumstances around it. All I remember is waking up in a hospital bed a week and a half later, like having a tube getting taken out of my throat. And first thing I asked was like, did I kill somebody? And when they said no, the first initial feeling was I wanted to get high, and like that was super scary for me. And went through treatment another time, was living back in a sober living, and I'd always thought that I wasn't going to be that person that was going to use around other people that were like trying to better their lives. And like just so happens I didn't have a roommate. I'd convinced the doctors to give me like a bunch of Norcos, and I like thought I was super slick. I had one script go towards the house manager, and I had like 3 other ones like hidden in my room, and I like went through those scripts super quickly because it's the only thing I could get. And thankfully my drug dealer had kind of cut me off towards the end, because he was like, I get it, you're gonna kill yourself, but it's not gonna be on my dime, or it's not gonna be on like my watch. It was on my dime. And so he had cut me off, so I was like resorting to drinking and like just trying to plan it to where I could breathalyze myself and get away with it, still below zeros, and then I would drink all night and then just like try to detox myself enough to make it down to the kitchen by the end of the evening. And like I did that for like maybe 2 weeks. I don't know why, never got caught. Should have, but never did. And the last night that I went down, I could barely even walk that little hallway, and it wasn't even that long, and I really wasn't even using for that long, but like my body was just so tired of it. And breathalyzed myself, barely passed, and I walked myself back to the room, and I just like was desperately calling places. Found Sheer. They offered me a plane ticket. I called my dad, like, one last time, here I go, going off to rehab, you know. And I don't know, maybe something was different in my voice, and it was something that like he had kind of stopped offering a long time ago. Was he offered to drive me down to LA, and my family's from we're living in San Francisco, and it was like 4:00 at that point. And he drove the 8 hours, showed up here like San Juan Capistrano at like 2:00 in the morning, and they admitted me. And through that drive, and this is where it fully hit that, like, I was ready. That drive down, my sister calls me, and she tells me that my biological dad died, like, from his addiction. And normally I would have, like, allowed that justification to be like, this is why I don't need to go to rehab, you know? This is why I gotta get high. And not a single thought passed through my head like that. I didn't want it. And then the detox was awful. Got pneumonia, super extended detox, and then I get hit with like precepts, and because I'm no longer allowed to take Suboxone, they put me on that other medication. Can't remember the what it was called at the time, and it throws me into precepts, and then that was like that second little like I could have jumped ship, and it was that like I'm gonna stick through this, and I'm gonna like I don't want to be this way anymore, and went through some little spiritual experience down there, and found my life in AA. You know, did NA down, like actually went through my steps in NA years ago. Came down here and honestly just liked the AA program better. And I was a good hardcore AA goer for like a good year and a half. And then kind of stepped back a little bit, was still working in treatment. I had my arraignment like around 1 year that I had clean. Started working in treatment with an ankle bracelet. For God was definitely watching me, because I should not have gotten out of jail time. Should not have gotten away with a lot of the things that I did when it came to that DUI, and I did. Just the fact of showing up with clean time and showing up with my tail between my legs and being like, hey, like I needed help, and I went and got it. Because a lot of those people, you're going in over and over again, and like they're not seeing any success or like any desire to change. So at least I think by me showing up with just some sense of desire, they saw that. And so I started working in treatment, did that for a long time. I'm now a case manager for Liftoff Recovery. And a little bit about 6 months ago, I kind of stepped away from the AA program. I still love it. I love 12-step. But it's definitely not the only community I wanted to become a part of. God was a big no-no for me for a long time. And I was really adamant about saying higher power because I dealt with the whole religious trauma and then just really, really didn't like God. Did not think he was on my side. But as I managed to get more clean time, I saw that those little happy accidents of someone just showing up for an overdose or, getting out of situations that I probably shouldn't have gotten out of. That was God showing up for me. That wasn't some, I guess it is a coincidence, but I'm choosing to call that God. And that was God working for me in my life well before I was even aware of it. And so about 6 months ago, I started this, getting to know God again. And on Friday nights, I do a Bible study, after my Dungeons and Dragons night. And I found someone that I trust who is slowly teaching me and allows me to ask the questions I want to ask about God and about, something that I've been so scared about for so long. And it's been really nice. So I think, I found myself in that community, and it's just another sense of, feeling loved. Again, that one thing I've always been so desperate for. And yeah, it's been fantastic. In my recovery, someone said something out there along the lines of the first true relationship that they found in treatment. I found my husband in treatment. We were both technically clients. I had about 11 months sober, and he had about 3 months. And we started out as friends. We went through the interview process of hey, I like you. Hey, I like you too. What's your credit score? Because I'm learning that that's what you do in recovery. You find people that have the same values as you do and the same inspirations as you do. And so I found him, and we got married in October. We've been together for a little over 2.5 years. And it's been fantastic. And it's been and that was also kind of challenging as well, because for the first time, I have a man who genuinely loves me and isn't interested in anything else other than me just being myself. And for a little bit, that kind of messed with me, because I was something's not up. This guy's not hitting me. This guy's not treating me poorly. This guy isn't validating that negative self-talk in my head. And then it kind of hit. I was this is what normal relationships are. This is what a healthy relationship is. And this is what you always wanted. So why are you so stressed about it now? And yeah, it's been a gift. Someone once told me at that last program I went to that you build a life that you don't want to escape from. And I use that mantra. I tell the clients that all the time, and I consistently tell it to myself over in my head every day. And if it's just 1% better every single day, I'll take it. There's multiple times that I'm not even able to do that, I shit the bed. But I allow myself to get back up, dust my knees off, and try again, which is again something I would have never done in my addiction. Partly because I never wanted to, I just didn't care enough about my life. And today I do. It's super simple. It's really quiet. And it's exactly what the drugs and alcohol had always promised for all these years. And who would have thought that just being honest with yourself and showing up for yourself and living a life you don't want to escape. That's all it is. And for that, I'm grateful. I think that's all I have today.
That was awesome.
I love it. I love it.
You did really,
Mariah,
Yeah, you
hit
did.
it out of the
Mariah,
ballpark.
you on fire?
Fire.
So good.
you
was
did
amazing.
You did really well.
Yeah.
And I actually really love the saying that you just said.
Me too.
Shit the
Living
bed.
No.
I know. I was joking.
I like that one too.
I like that one.
Build a life that you don't want to escape from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
because
that.
I
So good.
I always say, like you'll hear in like AA and whatever, a life beyond your wildest dreams. But I always say I'm living a life beyond my wildest imagination because I never imagined that I would be here and that this is what I wanted and that this is where I found my sanity. And I don't want to escape from it. Even like when it gets really, really hard and I shit the bed.
Yeah.
I don't want to stick a needle in my arm anymore.
No.
Like I literally just don't want to do that.
But it coincides to a scripture. It's like God is going to do exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever think or imagine.
So you're a case manager, huh?
I am. I just started a couple months back. Did the whole ramble. Did the everything except a night shift tech. Because I knew myself. I knew like
Night,
be asleep
yeah,
by
for sure.
10 p.m. I wouldn't do
Night's
it.
hard.
But yeah, started off as swing, became a lead tech, and then slowly, I think like the case manager was like my end goal for a long time. So then get to become a case manager, and I realized like, what the fuck? Like I don't have any goals left. Like in recovery,
Sure.
like when it comes to like my job. So now I'm in the process of doing my KDAC, and I just started it. I just signed up for the classes because I feel like if I don't have that next goal, I'm gonna stay complacent, or I'm gonna find a reason to get complacent. Because I love to lie to myself.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like a huge victim mentality. So any way that I can slither right back into that, I'm going to.
Yeah.
So like being able to be aware of that, and that helps by
It's a gift.
is a gift, yeah. And it's just building a life that I don't want to escape, like where things are always going to get harder and life's always going to get lifey, and like you need something to fall back onto, or at least I needed something to fall back onto, to where it allowed me that grace, but it also allowed me to like keep myself moving forward.
Yeah. Good.
I like that you touched on
awesome.
relationships too, because I think that's a big one. Like we're so accustomed to like chaos. Like that's what we think is like norm, where it's almost like it's another form of like addiction, because you're addicted to that behavior because it's a constant emotional rush. When
Absolutely.
it's high. Like when it's good,
Yeah.
it's good. And when it's bad. And you're in like, oh my God, like you want to die. And like you were being so
I'm
crazy.
so in love.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you're just so.
God, I hate him so much.
Yeah. And then you're like,
That bastard.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, 2.5 seconds later, you're
Yeah.
back together and all is
Been
well.
there.
Like
Yeah.
that's super not good. Like that's
No,
not
not
a
at all.
healthy relationship by any means.
No.
It's not.
No.
I'm just playing. My relationship's so chill.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Yeah, being normal, being able to communicate with your partner and get like actual feelings and vulnerable and
vulnerable.
vulnerable.
What was that other word that you were
I
saying?
don't know. I'm English is
Remember
Amazing.
when-
Yeah, good for
Not
you. I
my
met
first
my
language.
wife in treatment as well, treatment center. Yeah,
There you go.
she
It
hasn't
does
left. She hasn't
happen.
left yet.
Yeah.
16 years. 16 years, man. Been
Yeah.
trying to get rid of her. She just will not go. I mean, I'm bad sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
You what?
No, I'm bad sometimes.
Don't listen to Shane.
Like I
That's
make a
not-
mess at home. I leave
Yeah,
a
that's
trail.
not the promises of a healthy
I leave a
relationship.
snail. I'm a snail sometimes. I walk in. I just take my shirt off. Take my pants off. Take my shoes off. I walk into the bed. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like me.
Yeah,
My
see?
husband's actually on.
He's
the-
on
Oh my
here.
God,
Yeah.
shout out to your
Right
husband.
on.
Good job.
Which
sir.
one is he?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
is he?
My,
Oh, there he is
he's
waving. He's waving
Where?
in his
I
little
don't
car.
see
It's a
him.
little dark.
Oh, there he is.
Oh
A
yeah,
little dark.
Mike.
Mike,
Yeah.
hey,
What's
Mike.
up, Mike?
How you doing, buddy?
Shout out to Mike.
Good to
He's
see you.
currently driving for an interview with Washington State Fire Department.
Oh my
Good
gosh.
for you, bro. That's a good
Whoa,
job.
what does that mean?
Amazing.
No,
Like,
Washington
means good
State
fucking pay is
Fire
what that
Department.
means.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we might be moving to Washington
Oh, wow.
State.
Okay, so I won't offer you a job now. I'll wait
Well,
until
you
after
never
his interview
know.
because
Well, yeah.
I'm looking for a case manager.
Me too.
Really?
Me too.
Oh.
I was actually
okay.
thinking for you.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Hopefully
yes.
hopefully your employers aren't on the Zoom
Yeah, I
as
know,
well.
right?
I don't know.
I know Liftoff.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
yeah.
They're one of the only treatment centers that I mean, personally, I've only worked for, but that I really hear that they're not only 12-step. Like a lot of the facility or facilitators, they focus on like character defects, and like I love character defects because like I'm abundantly aware of what mine are now, and like once you become aware of them, like they don't just go away.
Sure.
So we focus a lot on like some of the tools that I feel are talked about, but they're not really like integrated into like a group, and we get to do that, so we kind of get to see them explore that next little chapter while still being like the safety of our care. And that's, I've rarely seen that with, I mean, none of the other programs I've ever went through. And personally, none of the programs I've like worked for myself. So, and I love it. Like, I think it's 12 steps is awesome, but I also know a lot of people aren't interested in the 12 steps,
Totally.
like when they're like ready for treatment.
100%.
So to have that nice little median it's been a gift.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
We got some hands up, huh? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to wait until we have 10 hands up, and then we'll start calling on you guys. I'm just playing.
I'm like, we are?
Matt, what's going on, my man?
Hi, Matt.
What's up, family? How you guys doing?
Amazing.
Great.
Really good. Thanks,
Good,
bro.
good. Matt, grateful recovering addict. That was definitely a good share, definitely, and a lot of relatable stuff. Like the one part where you touched on being adamant on saying higher power, because you had some doubts on God. I was exactly the same way up until probably about 6 months ago, honestly. And now I'm so positive that it's not just a higher power, that it is God, and there's just no doubt in my mind anymore. Like, the things I've been shown, they can't be coincidences. They cannot be. There's absolutely no way. And I'm really grateful for it today. Very grateful. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to not necessarily ask for more, but ask for more guidance, from him. And sometimes I'm afraid to like ask for stuff, because I don't want it to be a relationship where I'm asking for things, because I want to be able to serve God as I'm supposed to. But definitely working on it. And character defects, whew, I'm full of them, absolutely full of them. But I recognize them today, and it's a good thing. And I'm still at fault a lot with a lot of them. Like, I can't control a lot of them. They slip out. But the difference is, even if I don't recognize what I'm doing right then and there, I usually do later on. And like last weekend, I was in a car accident. Nothing terrible. Messed my car up pretty bad, but it's a single car accident. I fell asleep on the way to work, and ended up crashing my shit. It's in the body shop right now. But like, I got out of the car, and like that victim mentality you were talking about, I was like, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? I do everything right. I help people. The only reason I fell asleep on the way to work was because I was up for 2.5 hours talking to somebody on the phone that wanted to take themselves off this planet, and I was able to stop them from doing it, and I'm thankful for that. But after I was like, why me? Why me? Victim mentality. But shortly after, I was able to realize that I was probably saved from something a lot worse down the road. Could have been a worse accident down the road. Could have got hurt at work. Whole bunch of stuff could have happened.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it went from why me to thank God it wasn't worse. And it's just a beautiful part of recovery today, man, being able to process all those emotions. And that's all I got. Don't give up on yourself, man. If you're new here, keep going. This world is a better place with you in it. Love you guys.
That's for
We
sure.
love you. Amen to that.
Matt, when you put that on the group chat the other day, I literally reminded me, because like I had a why me moment one day. I came home from work. I was tired. I walked in the house and I literally stepped in dog shit. And my wife has all these like cameras around the house, and I stepped in the dog shit, and I literally went, "Why me?" and put my hands up and looked up at God. And then I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And then my wife goes and sees it on the camera, and she posted it on fucking Instagram.
You did? I missed it. How?
It was a while
Damn.
back. It was a while back. But literally, I'll like have her find
Yeah, for sure. That's a good one.
Yeah, hilarious. Like I stepped in dog shit, and I'm like asking God, like, why me?
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Did you have did you have a shoe on, or was it barefoot?
I had a shoe on.
Okay, that's solid. If you're barefoot, that's it's the skin in the game. That's
Squishy,
another feeling.
Yeah, I've had that before.
It was
I'm sure you have.
a white brand new Nike
On
Cortez.
purpose.
You know, the
Yeah.
old school gangster Cortez.
Yeah.
all white.
Yeah.
And I stepped right
A little
in
bit of poop now.
And I got some poop on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my. I was just my reminder when you put it out on the chat.
Yeah, your perspective was really good, and
Yeah.
he switched it really.
switched it up really nice to show everybody how
And to
how
the
we
group.
how we do it.
Yeah.
How we do it. Well, Coach Kristen, what's popping?
Brand new whip just hopped in. No, I'm just kidding. Look, it doesn't sound like I'm in a.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're
Yeah,
straight.
where you at?
I'm in my house.
Nice.
Oh,
Is that
you're
good?
out.
You said what?
That's good, right?
That's good.
Yeah. I completed the program, the inpatient. I got a little coin too. It's super cool. I'll send it to our little group chat. It looks really cool. Yeah, I'm in limbo till Monday. They can't send me anywhere till Monday because my mental health provider on base is off on leave for this week, and so I have to do this like random really shitty PHP program till Monday. Yeah, but the why me, I'm telling you right now, guys, like today was super shitty, but now they're doing a site visit, so hopefully nobody else has to go there. So, but yeah, today, hella dope. Super thankful I'm on here. You were like some form of addiction one way or another. Yo, 100%, like I feel that 100%. Like what they were talking about, I just got out of inpatient and like I had no fucking idea how much that is relatable. And I too just like am really getting back to know God again. I just finished the book of Matthew. I was super proud of myself. And man, it's just so cool to see like how God works and everything. So like it was really cool for you to say that, because just some of the stuff that you're saying, it's like, yeah, like I'm not alone. Like she's been through that. Other people have been through it. And I'm like recognizing that a lot. And I have a slogan page in my notebook, and that you build a life you don't want to escape from is going on my slogan
for
page.
Sure. That's a dope one.
Just oh, you made it to my slogan page.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's I put this stuff on there like is a big impact to me, but also to others, because I always like to share it with other people, and it's going on there for sure. But yeah, that is like 100% like awesome how I feel, and like being honest to yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now, like I have this notebook. It's super nerdy. So I write truths in it every day because I used to never be honest with myself. And it's like today, like it could just be like, I just ordered a pizza today. Like super random shit to like, I like don't want to kill myself anymore. And I'm 32 days sober. Like,
Nice.
And it's like the simplest things to like hella deep things. And so it's really cool. So I related to you a lot today. So I super appreciate everything that you shared. So thanks, man.
Thanks, Tristan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You guys, Kimberly F. Is there any suspicion there?
No, we know Kimberly.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Mm-hmm. That's our girl.
No, I thought she was out doing squats in the mountains. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly.
Love watching you make progress. This is freaking awesome. I get so excited to be here. And Mariah, so much of that is like hearing my story through you. But when you said building a life I didn't want to escape from, I cannot tell you how many times that is exactly what I put in my gratitude list.
Love that.
I have a life I no longer want to escape from. And it's huge. It's like being able to have the tools to navigate uncomfortable feelings and situations and still come out with a solution that doesn't hurt me. Being able to have those positive tools in the toolbox to get me through the ugly stuff that, it's like if I don't feel good, and I was deep in the middle of what I now know was PTSD for 2 months. I didn't get out of bed except for to pee. And the strongest thing I picked up was my phone and my pillow, And then once I start getting into action, it's like the floodgates are open. And it's like tuning every visceral movement within my body and doing something about that and not letting it take over and put me into frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, and so especially like for those of us that work directly in the recovery community, one of my most important things I was ever told when I was in treatment, because I was always threatening the case managers, I'm back with 9 months and hand you my resume because I want to work here and do what you do. And she says, you know what, Kimberly, this is not my program. I still have to go to meetings and work my own program away from this. And I stay true to that every single day. I make sure that my program is absolutely separate from when I'm working with someone else. And it's pretty freaking rad to be able to like find my twisted gifts in life, because I had a shit show of experiences and survived them. Those are the experiences I get to work through and help somebody else work through it. And it's pretty freaking rad, I'm super grateful for you guys. And Shane, I cannot tell you how grateful I am for you that no matter what, when I text you, you always text me back.
Of course.
And I actually watched my video and it was like an out-of-body experience. The episode shared, I actually got something from my pitch. It was like watching an out-of-body experience. It was wild.
That's awesome.
And my mom watched it.
What a life.
Yeah, that's right.
What a life.
Guys to here in this room and provide a safe space for us to be here and just be us.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
Don't know.
Where would you go?
Oh, we lost her.
We lost her. Oh man, she. You know what? I hope she didn't fall off.
That's what I'm thinking. What
mountain.
if she fell off? Can you imagine she's rolling with the computer, holding onto it?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Down the
hill
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully
she'll
okay.
get back on. We'll
pray
see.
for her.
Yeah, we'll pray. I'm sure she'll text me later, like 2 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
I'm joking.
You're such a fool.
Damn it! Is that Kimberly again? Oh, is it okay to laugh like that behind her back?
Yes, it is.
I'm feeling guilty now. I hope she comes back.
Come on, it's
wanna-
all good
Wow.
times.
I want to apologize.
Everything
I wanna
is good times. Do we know Renee?
No, let's get to know Renee so we could laugh with her later.
We know Renee.
She liked that one.
We know Renee.
I know we do. I just made her laugh.
No, she's just being sweet.
No, she's not. That was a real laugh.
I
That
don't
was
think
true
so.
blue.
I think she's just being kind.
And I feel like who was it?
See, Renee's yeah, she's
Natalie's
with
still
me.
in a mood. We
She's
fed
with
her, but
me.
she's still in a mood.
No, I'm not.
We fed her tacos. She said she wanted tacos. I got the call while I was on the highway. They said, beeline to the Ricardo. Says, okay, I'll go to
No, I'm-
Ricardo.
I'm back in the game.
She needs to halt.
Halt. Yes.
I did.
She's too hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. I think
How
she's
am I
no
lonely?
longer lonely.
She needs
oh,
to massage,
no.
she said. That's right. I forgot. That's right. She's hurt.
What is
She's injured.
happening right now?
No, nothing.
This is not turned into Natalie therapy.
Does anybody want to come give Natalie a massage?
Whoa,
Oh
whoa!
my
You know what? I will.
put it
I
in
will
the-
pay
Charlie,
in
come save.
Put it in.
$75.
Put it in the chat.
If you're a professional, only if you're a
See?
professional.
This is what stresses me out is I have to deal with this mess on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong.
You're wrong.
Hi, Donna.
This is hey Donna.
All
Happy
right.
birthday, Donna.
Hi,
Everyone was
Donna.
Donna's birthday. Donna's Chad's wife.
She's,
She's
the bunny.
she's the
She's-
cute bunny right there.
I was gonna say she's the little mouse right there, but she's
a
the
no,
bunny.
bunny.
It's a bunny.
Don't say mouse.
Do you think
ever.
every time she blinks her eyes, the actual
Yes,
thing
I do.
blinks?
I
Yeah,
really
and they're
do.
That's
roll-
how I see it.
They're
Like,
rolling.
there it is.
At
Yep.
chain.
They're not rolling. Donna and I are friends.
Eh,
I never.
you
step
should have
out-
seen this picture.
I
that
never step out of line when Donna's around. I know she's in charge.
yeah, because she'll smack you.
I'm
You
just
should- You
saying.
should have seen this picture that Donna took of you. I forgot to send it to you at the bowling alley.
Oh God, what was
did
I
he-
doing?
Did he look insane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
Yeah,
I got one
I'll
too.
send
Oh,
it to
Lord
you.
have
I'm gonna send it to Emily and have her put it in the.
Oh, I
chat.
have a video.
Oh God.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead, Renee.
Sorry,
Sorry
Renee.
about that.
Sorry, Renee. We totally derailed.
Oh, that was terrible.
That's what happens.
No worries. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have become my just favorite thing to do on a
nice.
Tuesday night. So I'm
Oh,
so thankful for
on
the
a
three of you.
Tuesday.
And right? No, Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
I was just
Tuesday?
playing.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, wait, I'm confused. Okay, and Miss Mariah, thank you so much for sharing your story. By the way, I'm Renee, recovering addict and alcoholic. If it was not for people like you, especially that come into recovery to help us, I don't know where I would be. I know my first case manager that I had was a normie. She doesn't have any drug or alcohol history. And it was weird. I mean, I loved her to death, but it was different. And then my next one was in recovery, and she did, of course, on her own program as well. But being able to have somebody that you can relate to means all the difference in the world to us. And I'm sure that probably everybody in this room can agree with me, because I feel like there's no other place where we can get together. And even though we are all totally different backgrounds, different states, like whatever, we all have a commonality that you can't find anywhere else. So I just wanted to thank you. And I've never came and spoke up because I'm always too scared to say anything. So again, thank you all for being
You did
here
great.
tonight. I
You did great.
appreciate
What a
you.
pleasant, what a pleasant
Yes.
voice, actually.
I'm glad
It
you
was
shared tonight.
peaceful. Very peaceful. Thank you so much, Renee. All right, who's this guy?
We gotta check him out, Joey Ball. Wait
We
before you
know
put
Joey.
Well, okay, just double checking, man.
Whoa.
I don't need any porn
Jesus.
coming up on here. You know.
All right, Chad, we got rid of the taco truck, bro. It's okay. The taco truck is safe. You're okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten porn for you guys.
No, too bad there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just broke the internet with that massage for not Natalie. I think.
Nice to know we're not the only ones
Friendly.
thinking about it.
I'm
But,
really
sorry,
starting to
that actually
sweat.
missed
I'm
the last
blushing.
I'm like
couple
sweating.
weeks. But I was dealing with my arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and depression and stuff like that. And I recently just got 4 months, but
Nice.
Nice.
Good for you, bro.
I've done it before. I recently 9 years ago I got 2 years and went back out for 7. So
Jesus.
this 4 months doesn't mean a lot to me, but it does mean a lot. I'm back in the mix, but it was hard. It was just if you're new in this program in this meeting, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't go back out. It literally is 10 times harder to do it again, to do it all over again. Basically, it's a simple program, but you're dealing with a lot. Getting sober the second time stuff. So just a little bit of advice out there for everybody. Hope everybody's doing well, and thank you guys for putting this meeting on. I'm glad to be back in it, and glad I made it through. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks, bro.
Joey, don't sell yourself short, bro.
Yeah.
4 months is everything. Don't belittle that because we made it back in these rooms. We earned our seat.
There you
We
go.
celebrate
There
those
you go.
ones.
And we're here for you, Joey. You want to
Yeah.
make a call? My phone number's on my website, on the Instagram, everywhere. We answer, we text.
His phone number?
Not my phone number, the Hopeaholics phone number, which goes to my line. At like 2, 3 in the
Out of
morning
control.
sometimes. Is Kimberly back?
Kimberly's
Hey,
back.
Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly's back.
We lost you there for a second. Glad
We
you're here.
We were worried you fell down that
Yeah.
hill right there.
Yeah, behind you. We were
We're
scared.
glad that you're safe. And we did put Shane's photo up.
Oh Lord, what am I
What?
wearing? Same
Oh,
thing I'm wearing
You
tonight.
did? I didn't see. Oh my gosh.
We
this
gotta
is
blow that
amazing.
up.
Yeah, so you guys blow that up, save it. If
Yeah,
you
good
guys
job
do-
on 4 months,
if
bro.
you guys-
I'm here for you.
if you guys can do me a favor, maybe even
Oh my
put
gosh,
that
what's
on your
happening?
phone and possibly put it on your story on your Instagram.
Don't
and
forget
tag,
to subscribe.
and tag
Oh my
and
God.
tag at Shane Earn.
Yeah.
I mean that would be fun.
That'd be fun.
You
Thanks,
know?
guys, appreciate it.
I know Julian was in Chuck Zamzow.
Of course,
do
you're
it.
gonna do it. Look at the grin on it.
Joe B will do it.
Joe B will do it. Yep. Joe B.
Joe
you
B.
know,
Yeah, he
He's
just
here.
had a steak and eggs.
I
he had a smoke. I watched him have a steak and eggs. He had a smoke, and now he's sitting down playing with a piece of paper. At
what
his table.
happened to his night job?
Ice.
Like I know he was
Got fired.
stripping.
He got
I
fired.
am
Got
sure of
fired.
it now.
He pulled his Achilles or something.
I didn't get fired. I got into a car accident.
Oh shit!
Oh
Yeah,
so-
I tore something in my shoulders. I gotta get an MRI soon.
fuck.
Way to go. Way to go. Shane.
Oh, so
Way
it's-
to go.
No, it's okay. It's a good thing. It happened because I needed it. I think God gave that to me.
There
you
were
go.
little rest time.
Yeah, there really is no rest.
At least it wasn't
But,
a heart attack in bed with a stripper.
Who had a heart attack?
No, I'm just saying
That's
at
the way.
least-
That's the way to go out. to
That
be
you know
honest
what
with
that
you.
is.
my
You're
God.
right.
There's
You're
a
right.
way to go
I
out. That's
agree.
the way I want to go
Keep
out.
it
Maybe
together.
Not a
Keep
stripper.
it together.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
Not a stripper. You know, someone with a little more class. but
Yeah,
that's the way to go out, right?
the sister of the stripper.
Shane.
That's so.
I'm just
That's
saying.
so bad.
I know.
It works.
Because if she has a sister, anyways.
my mom's at home
Yeah,
right
like,
now.
literally, my
saying-
mom's watching
like,
this too
saying,
and being
Oh,
like,
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Mom. I'm
darn.
Not-
Sorry.
not
I was
you,
trying
Joe.
to keep it.
not you,
PG.
Joe.
No, Joe.
Yeah,
It's just
but
it's all on
Shane.
you, bro.
Shane
I let it-
entices you.
Shane. We got to accept
Exactly.
Shane.
I think that you and I should go for some time. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
What? Me and you go out?
Yeah,
Me and you?
yeah.
Don't do
I
it,
don't know,
Joe.
bro.
Is that a boy?
I would love to, but I would need. I don't know.
You would
think
need
that
Chuck-
might
you
be
would need what
dangerous.
you would
You
need
need,
Chuck Zamzow, myself, probably Julian,
Yeah.
and a few other people in recovery to keep you guys safe.
I think
good
you're
Yeah,
100%
put him on a
right
leash.
on that one. Yeah, if
Sorry.
I'm out in public with new people, I'm like a puppy. I get excited.
I
No
know.
good.
And my wife would have to be there because Shane is actually only on his best behavior.
Like the
True.
best.
That is true. That is true.
Shane is never on his
No,
best
no, it's true.
behavior.
No, only when Donna's there.
It's-
It's amazing and it's
It
the
is
best.
All
true.
right, so we need a chaperone. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
All right, let's
Okay, go,
let's
Joe.
go ahead and
Now that
let you.
he's-
All right, you got a minute left, Joe.
All right,
Dang.
no
I'm
problem.
just saying.
I just wanted to say, Joe, I'm an alcoholic and an addict. To the speaker, you were phenomenal. I really identified with the burning of every bridge. You know, I burned so many bridges. I just kept finding new bridges, and eventually I burned them all. And so it was really scary at first because I didn't know if I could get this. I wanted it, and a lot of people told me, "You get through 90, you should be able to get this." And I really believe that. And so, Joey, you got 4 months, bro. You should be able to do this, no problem. Just remember what got you here, and stick with it. You mentioned the defects. Like I'm driving over here, and I'm like, all right, I want to plan what I want to say, so I don't say nothing stupid. And then you mentioned the defects, and now I forgot what I wanted to say initially, and I just want to talk about the defects because something's been happening to me the last couple of weeks, and it's overwhelming with like the opposite of fear. You know, my biggest defect was fear, turns out. And I boiled it down to just a few: fear, denial, ego, and control. And I developed this amazing relationship with God, with Jesus to be specific. And just everything he says makes so much sense. And at some point, I don't know when it happened, but it happened. I'm completely removed the fear. Like there's fear. I'm scared. I don't want to die today, but there's certain things I'm not scared of anymore. Like I literally have all this confidence in him because I'm doing my best to carry out his will. And when I carry out his will, I know it's the right thing. I don't have this confusion no more, man. It's like, it's dope. It's a really good feeling because I'm not confused anymore. I'm legitimately at peace wherever my life is, and I'm so okay with that. And it's man, I wish so many people could get this. I just don't know how to give it to you the way I got it. I wish I could, but I don't ever want to lose it. Ever want to lose this, man. This is the oh shit. This is the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life. And I keep seeking more and more of it. It's just it's man, I hope everyone could get what I get. I really do. And I just keep coming, and I'm proud to speak on it now. I used to keep quiet, the higher power thing. I publicly praise Jesus, man. I love this guy. He gave me a way to live. The design for living is the 12 steps, but also he gave me a design for living, and it's not a religion. It's just who he is, man. I love it. I'm so grateful. So thank you for that. And oh shit, this is on YouTube, right?
Oh yeah.
This whole thing, all the snot and shit.
Oh yeah.
Right? I thought it was on Patreon.
I don't know. We have
Whatever, it is what
So
it
you're
is.
good. You're solid.
people got to
All
pay
right,
for
thank
it. I
you.
think I'm not.
That a
sure.
boy, Joe. I love it.
It's
We have our little
amazing, man.
combos. It's great.
It is. It
It's a
really
beautiful
is,
thing.
man. I'm grateful to you too, because you've done a lot to help me too. So thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thanks, bro.
Love you.
Appreciate you, man.
I really appreciate that, Joe, too, because I also your story when you were talking about being religiously abused. I kind of feel like my religion was one of those religiously abusive type of relationships, and I found God, and I found Jesus. I found God through Narcotics Anonymous, but I found the God that I always had by having that personal relationship with Him and taking out the religious part of it.
And human. It's man.
The
ruins things.
man part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I mean, I love the Bible. I love Jesus. I love the Word.
Yep.
I don't always love man's version of the Word.
No.
Yeah, somebody I know put it really nicely, and it kind of started the progress for me. It was, he told me that you're not actually mad at God. You're mad at the perception of who you told, or
Yes.
who God was, or who you,
Who they told you God was supposed, or is, or
Thank you. Yeah.
exactly.
Thank you. I
Which is
lost
man's
myself.
version.
Yeah.
Not even
exactly.
yours, and not the truth.
Yeah.
Because if you seek His word,
And
it's right
like,
there.
God is love.
100%.
Joy, peace, happiness.
Kind.
And it's like, God, that's a God I can get behind.
Totally.
So,
The only time in the Bible that you hear about Jesus getting angry is when He went into the temple and flipped the tables, and it was because of man's version.
100%. And using to gain off of His name.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like, God is all loving and all
non-judgmental. He kicks it with the
Non-judgmental.
tax collectors. We all have a lot of people in here that loves Matthew, so it's like that's who God is, not the unfortunate way that humans like to
portray them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Or judge
like
others.
something on Instagram. It was like and I'll shut up after this, but they were like, which sin is worse? It was like a girl, one of those influencer girls showing her nakedness, or some guy being a male chauvinist.
Doesn't matter. They're all the same. God
and
forgives
that's
everything.
exactly what I was. My point is that a sin is a sin.
Totally.
It doesn't matter if it's murder or, a lie. A little white lie.
And He forgives if you are like your heart. He knows your heart, so
Yeah.
it's like it's the best feeling in the world, because all the shame that we carry can be given away.
Exactly.
I mean,
Who's up?
I mean,
We got
I
Chuck-
got banned from a Christian church,
I know.
so that's where we're at,
Yeah.
and that's
And
banned.
it was all because of Shane's OnlyFan. Shane had an OnlyFan account, and he had only one fan. That's why we call it an OnlyFan.
But that's the problem with religion, though, right there.
Chuck liked that
You know
one.
what I'm saying?
Chuck really liked that one.
That you had an OnlyFans?
Only fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck, please don't.
Laughing. No, only one fan. That's what he's laughing about. Not that I had the page, just that there was
geez.
only one
Chuck,
fan. Like
come
my
on.
mom, probably.
It's
your
al-
mom.
It was my mom, Chuck. It's not very
Okay,
funny.
we're winding down. It's almost 7. We got Chuck and Mike.
Hey,
I gotta
whoever-
reel you guys in.
Whoever wants to talk.
I mean,
no
how
rush.
funny is that? God, yes.
Yeah, I know, Chuck.
Jesus?
Pray for me. Jesus.
Is going on over there. I'll be out next Thursday afternoon. So
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice. Looking forward to it, brother. Looking forward to
I'll
giving
be
you a nice
staying-
big hug.
Oh, I'll give you a hug. Don't worry. You'll probably pick me up like a little child, but that's all right. Oh man, alcoholic. My name's Chuck. Man, grateful I woke up today instead of coming too. A lot of miracles. In this a lot of things that were said as a miracle tonight. Turning those character defects into character assets is something that gradually happened with this guy. I heard the word D&D in the conversation tonight, and I started smiling. I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one that's played that game. And I really like when you met your husband. I started laughing about the credit score. I never met my well, I should call her my wife, my fiance. I didn't meet her in the rooms or anything. She's a normie, but God, we were basically friends for almost a year before we actually started dating. And man, it's been quite a journey because I was so used to having the chaotic relationships and the chaotic of everything in that realm, and she was totally opposite. And I'm grateful that she's been around this long with me, and being able to put up with this guy because I'm a lot to handle, and my hat's off to her. Sometimes I don't think I give her enough flowers either. So Joe really spoke out to me tonight on what he talked about because I've been going through something similar too. And being able to handle things intuitively that used to baffle me is something that I've been going through this last couple months. So I feel that God's early direction, dog spell backwards, stepping in shit. I mean, obviously God wanted somebody to work on something today. Those are the things I got to pay attention to, and grateful for those moments that I have to pay attention because those are the learning moments that I'm going to level up. So grateful for the shares tonight. And that's all I got.
Thanks, Chuck.
We love you, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck. Is this the infamous mic right here?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's dark in his car.
Oh, yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
What a way. That's a perfect one to
Yeah.
end on, too. Yeah.
Bring the heat, Mike.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll turn the light on. There you go.
There we go.
I just wanted to say how proud I am of her.
Mm.
I get to see a side of Mariah that nobody else gets to see, which I'm blessed for. Like I started my journey willingly. I went to treatment. So far, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm one and done, and I'm very proud of that. But it's because I was willing to give it all up. I love that she talks about 6 months ago she started her faith-based journey, right? And I was there to see it. And I didn't grow up in the churches, nothing like that. I went maybe once in my entire life, and then I found Magic House. I found the Chief.
Yeah.
I found Pastor Anthony. I found Alika, and even Jeremy. Before what's his last name, but one of my best friends. And I'm a firm believer. Somebody told me, you just got to find someone who has what you want and do what they do. So that's what I did with Alika. I held on to his belt loop. I followed that guy everywhere. And for me, somebody said, go to church. So I started going to church, and then church was cool, but I really found home with Chief at Magic, and that for me is what kind of solidified it. And I was like, okay, these people are not nuts, not what I thought it was going to be. Like, I love this place. So for me, my journey, I'm a firm believer of Mariah said, God was in the right place at the right time for her a lot, and saved her life or did whatever he had to do. God, my whole life, whether it was my traumas or, going to treatment or going for 30 days and then 30 days becoming 60 days and then 60 days becoming 90 days. And then me just being like, okay, I'm ready to go home. But then 90 days became another 30 days and another 30 days. And then they asked me, do you want to work here? And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. I'll just stay out here, whatever. now I realize, you know, God has been working with me this entire time. He had to do the things that he did for me to get me to where I am today. I would have never met Mariah. I would have never been living in Southern California or have the job that I have. You know, and I'm going out to this interview for tomorrow morning. And if I don't get the job, then that's okay. It wasn't my will. It's his will. So things don't, like you guys were saying, you know, why me? You know, I try to, as best as I can. I don't always do it, but I get to say, you know, like, what's the lesson? You know, what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to teach me from this? What is it in this situation? Why didn't I get the job? Why didn't, you know, whatever, crash my car, all that other stuff. God's just sitting there with his chisel. I'm a piece of marble, and he's been doing it my entire life, trying to make me the best version of myself. And I think it's a beautiful thing. It's crazy that 6 months ago, you know, the word God was never in the vocabulary, you know, but she allowed me to continue my faith-based journey. And I never pushed it on her or anything like that. She just one day decided, you know, I'm kind of interested in this. And I'm grateful that I get to be a part of that. And yeah, you know, it's a beautiful thing. That's all I got. I just wanted to say how proud I am of her, and then end it with, you know, this entire, you know, meeting has been kind of faith-based, you know, a lot of God talk. And it's amazing to see someone 6 months ago who didn't want the word God to be thrown up to hear nothing but God in this entire meeting. It's great.
Amen to that.
Amen. Mike, bro,
love
thank you, dude,
So good.
for ending this meeting on a high note like that. Really good. Thank you, Mariah, for
Mariah
coming.
killed it.
You crushed it.
Crushed
Like, for somebody who is nervous,
Uh-huh.
you didn't seem nervous, and then you just let God speak through
Totally.
you, man. And this was really a good meeting. Very peaceful is what I felt.
It's exactly what you just said it would be. So
Yep.
you were right. You guys
Right.
allowed me to ease into
Yep.
my seat.
Easy
And
breezy.
It is. It was. I made it all up in my head. It wasn't all the anxiety. It was fine.
Yeah.
Totally. And the message was
Clear as day.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I appreciate
Beautiful.
that.
Guys, everybody turn on your cameras, because everybody knows who's, you know, a regular here, that we are the absolute only meeting in all of the entire world
right.
on Zoom that does what we're about to do. Mariah doesn't know about it. Mike doesn't know about it, but turn your cameras on, because this is special, right?
Yeah.
Cameras on?
No.
Okay. All right.
They don't- they're
Don't
like,
turn them
no.
on if you don't want to.
We're like, nah.
But you better put your hands up. If your camera's not on, I expect your hands to be up in the air right now, like mine are. Put a camera on me. My hands are up in the air.
Oh, jeez.
All right,
They
never
can see you.
mind. Let's go.
Yeah.
Push the button. Let's go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
you
See you guys next week.
Thank you, Mariah.
Thank you.
So funny.